Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is a Fun Friday episode of the YouTube, and so today I'm gonna update you on how my ice cream for the month of August is going. Ice cream and donuts, because honestly y'all, I'm tired of ice cream. Okay, I've been eating a lot of ice cream, but I have been documenting every single day. So every day I've taken a picture of my ice cream or donut, and it's crazy. I am down almost 3.5 pounds this month so far. We still have like another week or so left to go. So I'm thinking maybe I may lose either another half pound or pound, but the whole reason, the sole purpose why I'm doing this is to show people, obviously that's extreme, right? I mean, having a donut or ice cream every single day, when the month of August is over, my stomach will thank me. However, I wanted to show people that you can lose weight if that is your goal. You can lose body fat and still enjoy the food you like. I obviously went super extreme with it. You don't have to go extreme. Some people may not eat ice cream every day. I'm not an ice cream everyday person. I'm not a donut everyday person, but I wanted to prove a point here. Sometimes, I know I see it a lot, especially on Instagram and you know, TikTok or whatever, social media accounts, where you have this idea, or these people that push this unrealistic idea of what losing body fat is. And honestly, this is my second time losing body fat. This is my second time losing 70 pounds. Right now I'm at 60 pounds down since October of last year. But in my early 20s, I lost 70 pounds. And honestly, I didn't do it in a healthy way. I don't know if I talked about this before, but I really didn't do it in a healthy way. I burned off anything I ate. So if I had pizza or ice cream, I was in the gym burning it off, trying to burn it off as much as I can. And honestly, there's no accurate way to track how many calories you burn. Our fitness trackers that we use are just not accurate. That's why eating nutrient-dense foods, things that'll keep you fuller longer, are gonna be the best for you if your goal is to drop body fat. First time I lost 70 pounds, I literally tried to eat salads all the time. I was bartending, I worked in a restaurant, and it just was not a healthy way to do it. And it was so unhealthy that once I stopped moving so much, I mean, I would work out and then I would go do 2 hours of cardio, because I felt like that's what I needed to do in order to keep my body fat down, or keep my body, or whatever I thought in my mind I needed to do. Honestly, that was just so unhealthy. You know, when I think about it, I'm like, man, like all this stuff is pushed. Like, you need fat burners. Social media gives us this unrealistic expectation of what it is to burn fat burning foods, things like that. I mean, you have low glycemic foods like sweet potato. Yeah, I think sweet potato is a low glycemic food where it just keeps your blood sugar down. Brown rice in comparison to white rice. There's no foods that burn fat. You know, I think sometimes people have this idea that you have to eat salads and broccoli all the time, and that's the only way you're gonna do it. Which, you should eat those things. Those things are good for you. They're great for your body. They're gonna help keep you fuller longer. They're gonna help you if you are working out too. I know now, I started running in April, and so I decided that I wanted to train for a half marathon, which was supposed to happen in November, but that got canceled for obvious reasons. I decided, well, since I'm not doing a half marathon, I'm gonna do a marathon training. Our body needs fuel. Our body needs carbs. Our body needs these things, especially if we're gonna push it, something like marathon training. I also lift weights too, so I lift as heavy as I can. Heavy is going to be different for everyone, but I lift as heavy as I can. I have successfully done what I said in my first video when I started talking about this that I was gonna do, is I have successfully dropped body fat and eaten ice cream or donuts every day. And you know what, y'all? Some days, there's been like maybe 4 or 5 days where I actually had ice cream and donuts. Like, I actually had ice cream and donuts. Like, twice in one day. Another thing that I did the first time I lost weight, and that's different than this time, is that, like I said, I would punish myself. And so Normally in my life, I would be like, oh, if I eat this donut, I got to do an hour of cardio to work it out. It's like, oh, if I'm going to do this, I got to work off. If I have a slice of pizza, I got to work off my pizza. If I have an ice cream, if I have a donut, I have to work it off. Like I said before, you don't know if you're working it off because you don't know how many calories you're burning. I think sometimes, which rightfully so, diet culture is obviously extremely dangerous. It gives an unrealistic view of what or how to lose weight and how it should be. Honestly, it's just not realistic. The reason I enjoy counting macros is because I can work it into my lifestyle. So if I'm on a go, if I'm doing something, I don't have to, if I'm out and I want a burger, or if I want to stop at Starbucks and grab a little bite to eat, I can do that. I can work those into my macros. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make my last video next week. I'll probably do it I'll do it next week. But I'm going to show you guys every day. Like I said, I've been taking a picture or a video or something of how it's been my entire month of August. And I'm going to show you guys that you can absolutely do this and lose body fat. You don't have to deprive yourself, and to get out of the mindset of good foods and bad foods and think of them more as nutrient-dense foods and less nutrient-dense foods. Shannon's lost 7 pounds so far this month, and he's had to get out of his mindset like, okay, it's not good or bad foods. I'm going to be fuller longer. I'm going to get more out of a bowl of broccoli than I am out of a donut. Your donut's going to cost you 300 to 400 calories, where you can get super full off a bowl of broccoli. It's only going to be 60 calories. And so you can just stretch that further and not look at foods as bad or good, but look at them as nutrient dense or less nutrient dense. And so, so I wanted to update you guys on that for Fun Friday, because we all need a little bit of fun in our life. And I know for me, my last video on race with Cannon Hinton was really, really hard to talk about. And, there were just some people that didn't really enjoy that, but that's okay. I'm completely up for it. I signed up for this. I knew that was going to happen, but there's some things that are just really close, near and dear to my heart. And honestly, fitness and just taking care of ourselves it's really close to my heart, especially in tying this in, with the Black community, because I personally think that if you ever go into a predominantly Black neighborhood, I always tell my husband, always know what kind of neighborhood I'm in if I see a Publix. So if you're in the southeastern part of the United States, you know what Publix is, but I always know what kind of area I'm in a sense, if I see a Publix around. And that's, I feel like, really goes to the systemic issues that we talk about already, and we don't even realize that those are in our health foods too. You have Black people that have a higher percentage of heart disease or hypertension, high blood sugar, blood pressure is really high. And so, but those things can really add up to what we're putting into our body. While I'm doing ice cream and donuts every day for the month of August, the rest of my foods during the day are super nutrient dense. I eat a lot of eggs. I eat a lot of vegetables. I eat yogurt. I eat a lot of foods that are nutrient dense. My only, I don't like to say cheat anymore, because I don't cheat with food. It's not there. I try not to think of foods in terms of bad or good. I wrap my day around the 80-20 kind of rule. And so I eat 80% super nutritious, nutrient dense foods, and then the 20% or my ice cream or donut is just less nutrient dense. And so I still eat fruits, I still eat vegetables, I eat all those things so that I'm able to sustain that. And like I said, really watching what I'm putting into my body throughout the rest of the day, and then I eat what I enjoy. I still eat pizza. I still eat those things. And so I always see a Publix, I already know what area I'm in. A lot of times I feel like you have predominantly Black neighborhoods that don't have access to grocery stores. And don't take my word for it. I mean, you can look this up. You can see I talked about it in one of my last videos, the Whole Foods effect, where a Whole Foods gets placed into a neighborhood, gentrification is a part of gentrification, and things around it go up. And so, which of course, if you've never been to a Whole Foods in a predominantly black area, it's just you haven't. If you have, let me know. I'm willing to be corrected, but a lot of times we just haven't. And so, thank you guys so much again for liking and subscribing, and I love you guys. You guys are amazing, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your week. I will see you on Tuesday, and see you guys. Bye.